In this video, we're going to learn how to handle string input for integer fields. So we have our form that we've created. In the previous video, we added support to make sure that the free passes field is required, but I hinted that we have a little problem. So let me show you here real quick. So I'll go ahead and enter something for last name. And then for free passes, let's go ahead and, let's break it by entering some text and then hit the submit button. And come on, really? So this thing's failing again. We've entered some text and it just blows up. All right, failed to convert property value, number format exception, blah, blah, blah. Ah, boy. Okay, but don't worry. We can actually work this out. We have a development process that we can use to resolve this issue. And here it is, step by step. So what we'll do is we'll first create a custom error message. So we won't see that big, long, ugly error message. We'll simply give them a simple message of, hey, invalid number. And then that information will be displayed and used on our screen during Spring validation. So in effect, we're simply going to add our own custom error message for that scenario. Now let's go ahead and swing over into our IDE. And what I'll do here is I'll create a new file under the resources directory called messages.properties. Be sure to use the exact same file name that I have listed because this is a special file that Spring MVC will use during validation. All right, great. So we have this blank file here called messages.properties. What we're going to do here is actually add our own custom error message for that scenario. So here I'll give type mismatch dot customer dot free passes equals, and then I give the actual custom error message that we're going to use for this scenario. So invalid number. All right, so there's a lot of stuff here. Let me kind of break this down for you and explain it. So the first item here is the actual error type mismatch. Then we have the actual attribute name. Next, we give the actual field name. And then finally, we specify our own custom error message. Alrighty, so we have the file saved. This is our custom error message for the Spring validation. But one thing that's really important that I want to point out here is that the location is very important. So this file has to be under resources, and then the file name is messages.properties. That's very, very important. All right, so we're in good shape here. Let's go ahead and test this out and see if it works. So I'll go over to my application and I'll get it up and running on my server. For last name, I'll just give Smith. And now I'll add a lot of text. Ooh, let's try and break it. And boom! Oh yeah. So there's our custom error message, invalid number. So that's great. So it's actually reading our custom message from the file and displaying it to the user. So no more of that long-winded Java stuff. We get a simple message that we can show to the user. And again, that was defined in our messages.properties file. So you can simply change that to anything you want, reload the app, and it'll have that new error message being displayed there on the screen. So good job. Now, you may notice that there was a lot of stuff that we put there in that messages.properties. In the following video, I'll actually break it down even further. I'll go in depth and I'll decipher how we came up with that big, long piece of text that we added in that messages.properties. So stay tuned and we'll do a deep dive in the next video. Yo, yo!